What is up, everybody? Eric here from Soundcast Studios. Today we're going to be talking about the Cranborne Audio Camden 500 series microphone preamp. Full disclosure, I bought this preamp with my own money. Any opinion is entirely my own. So the main reason that I wanted to make this video was to talk about the Mojo section of the preamp. So the biggest thing that I want to talk about is that even though the manual says that the Mojo section is a non-EQ based way to add additional harmonic content, in my tests, I have found that that is actually not true. The Mojo section of the preamp is doing a lot more than just a harmonic content. So here, let me show you that. So let me pull up an EQ curve analyzer to show you what I'm talking about. Right now I have the preamp with the Mojo section completely off. As you can see, the EQ curve shows that it's flat. So let me start off with thump. I'm going to engage it and watch as I turn it up. You're getting as much as 9 decibels of additional gain in the low end, and you're kind of getting this Pultec style kind of EQ being added to the signal. And this is with the thump section. Now we'll switch over to the cream section and I'll show you what that looks like. So the cream Mojo kind of has this opposite thing where instead of actually adding a ton of top end, it's cutting a lot of the lows and low mids out, which will result in you hearing more brightness and as though you had added a shelf EQ to the top end. This is I found to be a little misleading by the manual just because it specifically states that like, for example, cream is not EQ based, but this definitely looks like EQ. And the only reason I discovered this was because I ran every track through the preamp using the Mojo section, and the sounds were significantly different from each other. Let me actually show you what that sounds like. And let me take off the EQ curve. Let me take off all those plugins. So let me show you what the section of the song sounds with no processing, the cream section, and the thump section.
I smell dead roses, dead roses in your hair. I smell dead roses, dead roses in your hair. I smell dead roses, dead roses in your hair.
So personally for me, the fact that the Mojo section works like an EQ is actually the main reason that I like this preamp so much. Others might be a little upset that the Mojo section isn't as transparent as they would have liked, or it's not just some sort of harmonics, but the fact that I have an EQ and a preamp in one, to me it's great. If I want a little bit more brightness when I'm recording, I turn on the cream. If I want a little bit more low end, I use the thump and I turn that up. And I'm shaping the sound going into the interface, so I don't have to do that in post. Because honestly, it's better to get things right at the source of what you want it to sound like over having everything be relatively stale and you figuring it out in the mix. That's really all I wanted to talk about this preamp. It's something that I haven't seen anyone else talk about. The fact that the Mojo section is more like an EQ than you would think, even though the manual says it's not. So that is going to be the end of this video. In the comment section below, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you thought I could have done better. And I'll see you all in the next video.